Treyarch has made a huge mistake with Totenreich, and I'm not talking about the main quest, the aura, the boss fight, the wonder weapon. Nah, none of that. That's all great. I'm talking about the side quest. For over a decade and a half now, side Easter eggs, or side quests, have been a staple in the Zombies map formula, something a little different to go for outside of the main quest or your basic gameplay run. Historically, it was just fun little Easter eggs and gimmicks that would be cool to find, but as time went on, especially in the BO2 BO3 era, there was a shift. From small little Easter eggs to full-blown new side content discoverable from side quests. Mob of the Dead and Origins are great examples, such as feeding all the dogs in Mob of the Dead and obtaining the Hell's Retriever, or in Origins when getting enough melee kills to cleanse the tablet, you get the G-Strikes. Typically this side content would be needed for the main quest, but it was also added to your arsenal to slay the undead, meaning you can unlock the map's unique equipment and enjoy your run through different ways of progression. This was great as it pushed the mode to be enjoyed in different ways. Unique side content was very prevalent during BO3 and BO4, with almost every experience having something unique to said map. This helped build a strong identity with every new DLC. It was new, it was fresh, it was unique, and most importantly gave you a reason to return to an experience. It gave replayability. But once the new age of zombies came in with Cold War and onwards, map unique side content was seen far less, with many maps lacking in side quests that rewarded you with unique side content. For a while, a side quest would reward you with things to progress your power level with the many streamlined systems across a modern title, so an ether tool, ether crystal, perks, etc. It was appreciated, as yes, I can grow my power sooner by doing these side Easter eggs, but it wasn't unique, and almost every side Easter egg on every map rewarded you the same thing across the title, and that was mainly due to the design of the gameplay systems and how they all work together. Most of your progression and fun went into growing your power through these many modern systems, and the side Easter eggs assisted with that. And I believe that left almost no room for side unique content. It's a weird balance that has to be found if they proceed with these modern mechanics in the future, but my point is, for a while now, unique side content from map to map has been severely lacking, and in my opinion has been one of the detriments of modern zombies. Throughout BO6, we saw things like the Ether Blade and Golden Armor, and they were appreciated, but those were the only times we've seen something like that in this age, and to be honest, it wasn't enough, as it was the only piece of side content in the respective maps they were a part of. But something different has happened in BO7. Totenreich has done something that might put Treyarch in an interesting situation. It brought multiple pieces of meaningful unique side content that is not only obtained through means that make sense, but are exclusive to the map. So, let's see what Totenreich's new side content is all about and the importance of its presence in modern zombies. Our first piece of unique side content we're going to look at is the Die Glock, which is used to activate the Pack-a-Punch, but is still available in your arsenal for use. The Die Glock floats zombies in the air, and if you kill enough of them, you get rewards to progress your power. This is a very different way to offer rewards in modern zombies. Instead of multiple side Easter eggs, you have a unique score streak that gives you that loot. It's a resource score streak more than anything else, and works amazingly with the modern zombies design philosophy. Next, we have the Wonder Barrage. After finding a bullet, obtaining a transmitter, and looking at some lights, you can input a signal at the top of this tower to see tiers shoot rockets at specific areas of the map, as the robot calibrates the device. Once done, you have access to the Wonder Barrage, which when called, sends a barrage of rockets at the area you activated it at. This is similar to the G-Strikes from Origins, except zombies aren't attracted to it, so make sure to line up the Wonder Barrage nicely. This unique piece of side content is also a score streak, but you know what makes these unique score streaks so special? It's the ability to get them over and over again from either the loot pool or buying them at the crafting table. And guess what? They are only available in the crafting table on Totenreich, making them unique to this map alone. Thank you, Treyarch. You have finally found a way to make the crafting table feel unique, making its usefulness even more important from map to map. This is by far my favorite use of the crafting table mechanic. Now I want to talk about some of the map-specific systems. Around Totenreich, you can find Olaf's Cod Cranker, which gives you the ability to fish around the map, giving you various types of loot and sometimes a boot. It's a nice small map mechanic akin to something like the plant system on Ashes of the Damned. Next, we have the Frozen rounds. Our special round has frozen zombies and an icy storm that covers the entire map. And if you aren't indoors during this time, you slow down tremendously, allowing the special ice enemies to get a few deadly hits on you. After and or during this round, elements like the arsenal machine, ammo crates, and perks get covered with ice and need to be melted or broken with bullets or equipment. It's very similar to the webbing on Zetsubo no Shima, but in my opinion, it is way less of a pain in the ass. A unique map mechanic that shakes up the gameplay a tad bit. Next, we're going to speak on some more side Easter eggs that have unique rewards. Let me introduce you to Fishy Fishbot. When completing the side Easter egg to obtain Fishy Fishbot, the fish will act as a trap that will attract all nearby zombies and will brain rot them. It's a funny little trap that's unique to the map. But there is a set of unique side rewards that steal the show for me that you can get from completing side Easter eggs. And that, my friends, are the helmets. There are a total of 4, and when completing each helmet's respective quest, you gain access to wear the helmet. The 4 helmets are the knee-high helm, which allows you to become a gnome when crouched, the golden tide helm, which allows you to get better loot from fishing, the coin toss helm, which has the chance to increase the spawn rate of power-ups from round to round, and finally, my personal favorite, the Icebane helm, which allows you to freeze zombies when you slide by them and makes you invulnerable to the freeze effect on special rounds. These helmets are great and very similar to how some of the helmets/masks worked on BO3 maps like Revelations and Gorod Krovi. The gnome helmet is a fun one. You kill zombies with a mini lantern while you're an invincible little gnome. Like, how cool is that? It's on a time limit though, but that's not a problem, because the best part about it is the fact that you can rebuy the helmet over and over again and become a gnome as much as you want, which is a stark contrast to how Aetherella worked on Liberty Falls. The coin toss and golden tide helm are cool as well, but aren't really my style of unique side content I'd go for. But the Icebane helmet, man, that one is so cool, because not only does it give you an effect to your movement that acts almost like an elemental extension of PhD Slider, but also makes you immune to the map's unique mechanic, which is similar to the golden helmet from Origins, which helped negate one of those map mechanics with the giant robots. The Icebane helm is my favorite, and I get it every time I run Totenreich. Now let's talk about some of the story side Easter eggs. As expected, we have our character side quest for Richthofen, and wow, I don't want to go too much into detail, but that side quest is so great. Treyarch did an amazing job by allowing us to envision in our mind the monstrosities this version of Richthofen has committed. He's an evil motherfucker. But one of the most interesting side Easter eggs a player can run into are the hidden rooms that you can be teleported to when exiting tier. We have the castle hallway that takes place in Richthofen's side quest, but also present is the basement in which Requiem is found dead in and Ava's room from MWZ. When I was first teleported to Ava's room, I got so hyped I started shaking, because finally they are doing something with the MWZ plot threads that were set up a while back. Outside of that though, you could find equipment and wall buys in each of these rooms, feeling almost like a tiny extension of the map. But one thing I want to note is how this almost feels like a callback to the secret rooms you would be sent to when you got teleported out of the Pack-a-Punch room on Kino der Toten. Unsure if that was Treyarch's intent, but it's great to see nonetheless. Totenreich offers a great amount of side content to engage with, and most of these things stand on their own. But what's very important and great to see is how the side content interacts with the map itself. When this is the case, it makes the experience feel fuller, cohesive, and most importantly creates a stronger identity, something that side content on BO6 failed to achieve. For example, the Etherblade on Reckoning had a quest that felt like it had no real connection to the map, and although I love the Etherblade, it sometimes felt out of place. It was just there to kill zombies. But in Totenreich, you have the Wonder Barrage, which has a quest that thematically fits the experience and also allows you to engage with an area of the map that expands it more. Another example is the Icebane Helm, which doesn't only fit the style of the map perfectly, but one of its effects is a direct counter to the map's unique freeze mechanic. See what I mean? Unique side content that interacts with the map itself adds an extra layer of personality and depth in a map's gameplay style. And I believe Modern Zombies has been missing that for a while now. Now you're probably wondering, Lechuga, this all sounds great. What's Treyarch's huge mistake with Totenreich then? Well, it's the fact that they showed us. The community, the fan base, the players, that they are very well capable of creating an experience with such depth in this modern era of zombies. Treyarch gave the community confidence in their ability to deliver. Totenreich doesn't just do side content well, but raises the bar of what a modern zombies experience should be. The depth of the gameplay systems that they have set in stone can live alongside the gameplay depth of a map, and Totenreich shows that. They raised the bar for modern zombies, and I believe the community will only yearn for more of this style of map. So, did Treyarch make a mistake by showing the community they can deliver an experience with gameplay depth like Totenreich, raising the community's interest and expectations for future maps? Or are they confidently giving us a preview of what's coming later in the life cycle of Black Ops 7 Zombies? Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And with enough being said, I hope you have a good day and goodbye.